popping, y'all? What's good? What's good, y'all? Hello. How y'all doing? Hello. Man. Gee, I hit you back, Trail. I was going to send you an Uber, G. I was going to send you an Uber, G. I emailed you back, bro. Salute to the chat, man. What's good, Just? What's popping, Super Co? What's good, y'all? What is good? Nah, no problem, bro. I know I seen my email. I was like, what the fuck? Do you need my help? Then I emailed you back and was like, I'll send you an Uber, bro. Like, where are you at? Never heard back from you. Happy birthday to Just. How are y'all doing this evening, man? I hope y'all have had a great day. I'm going to start this video off with a little bit of warning to you weirdos out there. You know, you predator type dudes. It will get exposed. It don't matter how long it is, when it is, usually gets exposed. Not many people go through all of life without it getting exposed. And while we've been on this big exposing thing, right? I'm going to bring up this from the Wall Street Journal. You see, because I did some actual journalism before I got up here and actually talked. Huh, Jack? So here we have the actual document. The actual document. Janelle Grant, the plaintiff, versus the WWE and Vince McMahon. And this says jury trial demanded. I've never seen that before. Civil action number, jury trial demanded. I've never seen that before, man. What's popping, James? I was so pissed. I was trying to be in a big baby mode once my phone died. But maybe I needed that alone walk to clear my head. Sometimes that happens, D-Trail. Sometimes that happens, bro. I'm sorry for that happening to you, bro. I know what motherfuckers go through when that shit happens. All right, man. The complaint. Here we go. Here we go. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit for y'all. There we go. There we go. Can y'all see that? Let me see what it looks like over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all can see it okay. All right. Introduction. Plaintiff Janelle Grant is a former employee of the WWE who was the victim of physical and emotional abuse, sexual assault, and trafficking at the WWE. Ms. Grant files this lawsuit not just to address her own suffering, but also to act for those who are afraid to speak out. You know, that's the biggest thing, too. That is one of the biggest things here. People being scared to speak out. Hey, man. Shout out to Crack Frost for the appearance on Behind the Bar, man. It was pretty funny. And y'all was over there making fun of that man and shit, bro. Nah. WWE's billionaire founder and executive chairman defendant Vince K. McMahon lived in a penthouse duplex in Miss Grant's apartment building. The two met, so it's her apartment building. She's already rich. The two met in March 2019 when Miss Grant was dealing with profound grief and struggling financially. These motherfuckers don't know what struggling financially means. Them people struggling financially means, oh, I may lose my penthouse apartment. I hope I don't lose the other 5. That's not struggling financially. Get with it, man. What's poppin', AC? Her parents passed away after devoting years to around-the-clock caregiving. Her parents passed away. On top of that, she was unemployed and her family home was lost in her parents' bankruptcy. Hold on. What the heck do I not get about this? First, they met. Vince McMahon lived in a penthouse duplex in Miss Grant's apartment building. And then it says that they lost the family home due to bankruptcy. So maybe they don't mean that she owned the place? I don't know, man. Anyway, after her family passed away, Miss Grant dedicated herself to find gainful employment. Neighbors in her building provided career advice and sought her assistance with personal events Miss Grant used. The building's manager wanted help. She messaged Vince McMahon to ask whether he would talk to her, sharing that Miss Grant had been through hardships and would do great things if given a fresh start. McMahon enthusiastically responded, hell yes. Vince McMahon befriended Miss Grant, giving her hopes of new life with promises of yet to be determined role at WWE, and showering her with attention and assurances, along with gifts like a VIP experience at WrestleMania. That's not very good of a. I don't know. Like, what would you want in life? A VIP experience at WrestleMania, bruh. That is what you want out of life. I got you, Jeff. That's what you want, bro? A VIP experience? But what seemed like a dream in the spring of 2019 quickly became a nightmare. As McMahon dangled career-making and life-changing promises in front of Miss Grant, he demonstrated increasing lack of boundary. During several meetings that were ostensibly about ostensibly about a potential job at WWE, he greeted her in his underwear, touched her, repeatedly asked for hugs, and spent hours sharing intimate details about his personal life. What's the thing we said? These people, dude, are really about the same, aren't they? You got P. Diddy that answer, tells him to come on in. We'll discuss the deal. I'll be in my bathtub with no bubbles in it, just water showing my penis and all. I'll be in my bathrobe, or I'll come on in, guys. We'll be naked while we talk about this deal. So during several meetings that were essentially about a problem, he greeted her in his underwear. It's like, gentlemen, ladies, if you ever knock on someone's door and they greet you in their drawers, go the other way. Because that's the boundary that they're trying to cross to see where you stand. That's what it is. Jack, instead, you went in the man's house, then he went into his room and came out in his drawers. Don't add up, bro.
Oh, you firing up?
Yes, sir. McMahon warned Miss Grant to keep their closeness a secret. Lest rumors lead to public trouble, and added that while he protects the loyal people, he had world-class legal resources on speed dial to deal with people who became a problem. As such, when McMahon pushed Miss Grant for a physical relationship in return for long-promised employment at WWE, she felt trapped in an impossible situation, submitting to McMahon's sexual demands or facing ruin. Miss Grant feared she had everything to lose and faced negative consequences no matter what happened. What's good, Nestors? That's his grooming style.
Yo, what up, Nat?
Style, don't they? What's up, Justin?
Oh,
Blue ill. After succumbing to the pressure for a physical relationship, Miss Grant was slotted into an entry level position as an administrator coordinator, a position McMahon created for her in a WWE's legal department. See what I mean? Created. I created a position. That's what you're supposed to do for your people, though. I will agree to that. You are supposed to, put people on, create positions for your people. It's on them to keep it, right? Okay, Miss Grant began work in that role on June 17th, 2019. So this is dating all the way back to 2019. This which ain't very old. This is I've seen. Can we all agree that this is not very old? What's popping, Spidey? What's popping, Freddy? What's good, y'all? This isn't very old, y'all. Okay. Miss Grant remained in that role with the exception of a temporary relocation for the ex football league. It was extreme football or whatever they did a long time ago. Until McMahon verbally directed her to transfer to the talent relations department, reporting to defendant John Laurentis on March 9th, 2021. During a conversation the same day, McMahon explained that her presence in the legal department was effectively delaying efforts to hire a new general counsel for the company. McMahon Laurentis informed Ms. Grant that she would be promoted to vice president of operations in the talent relations department, providing her with an organizational chart reflecting this decision. Shortly thereafter, they informed her that they needed her to begin at a lower level as a director, but promised her promotion to vice president after a 12-month period. So you get a year, bitch. You get a year. Despite Miss Grant's expressions of unhappiness and attempts to end the sexual relationship, and while she came to understand that McMahon expected the physical relationship to continue as part of her employment, she had no idea how sordid it would become, nor how the psychological torture and physical violence would be leaving her feeling helpless, isolated, and trapped. Absolutely disgusting, bro. Disgusting. In March 2020, McMahon began sharing sexually explicit photographs and videos of Miss Grant. What is this shit, man? What is it with these dudes? With other men both inside and outside the company, including with members of the television production team. Good Lord, bro. Good Lord, man. It's enough to be a fucking creep, right? It's enough to be a fucking weirdo. It's enough to be a fucking sexually abuser. It's enough to be a rapo. It's enough to be a chomo. But a fucking a porn fucking freak too. It's not enough to beat on people. You just gotta fuck them in the ass when they don't want to either, right? You fucking weirdos are weird, bro. In March 22, okay. Producers and world famous athlete and former UFC champion with whom the WWE was actively trying to sign to a new contract. We know who that was. We know who that was now. Y'all know who it was? Let's make this clear, too.
Taylor Swift.
Brock Lesnar. You were right, Trill. The thing is, there is no champions in WWE. How can there be a champion when it isn't a real fight? I don't get this champion shit in the WWE. They're not real, bro. The fights are not real. How can you be a champion? How can you be any better than someone if it's all acted out, bro?
What's the word for this? There's no competition. There's no.
Well, I mean, it's you know who the winner is before you go in. I guess you act everything else out when you get in there, like as far as like the moves and who's doing what, when, and all that. But
Don't
you know the outcome,
don't get
right?
me wrong. I don't think AD's trying to discredit anybody. There's some stand-up individuals in these, like the Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold, and a
Oh
lot of
yeah, I'm not up here trying to dog on just one
they
person.
stand-up individuals.
There
Because
is some.
with
Hulk Hogan's definitely a
and W
stand-up dude, bro.
portion
Proud to
and
be an American.
but you know how many other guys in the WWE and WWF is guilty? No, that's nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, it's staged. It's sports entertainment. I mean, it's staged. They tell us that. But how do you decide if someone's going to be a champion and the best in the world when the
Yeah,
whole thing's fake?
that's why you got to shout out to the UFC. I was watching that last night. Them dudes was going in. Yo, them
Oh
guys,
yeah, that last fight.
yeah, the last. Oh my god, it was like as if he was biting his ear. Was he doing that?
Nah, you can't bite.
It looked like he was talking to him or biting him something.
They were talking. They like to talk in there.
He was trying to kill him.
Yeah, the main fight they say was boring, bro. But I didn't see nothing boring in it at all.
Cause when you got off, you was like, you said something. Oh yeah, Liberty, the main event. I'm like, oh yeah, I got Cody on my other phone. I could go watch that, and I did.
What's up, Scarred? What's up, Don? Yeah, it was pretty good. That's the one I seen, and then I went back and watched the rest of them. I watched the last one because Liberty had said something when I got off.
You could rewind on that.
Yeah, yep.
I didn't know that. See, I got to set it up on my tablet.
I got you, pimp. I'm gonna get you. I can probably do it tomorrow.
There's no
Get
rush.
you all right. I ain't got shit to do tomorrow. I gotta be at work here in a little while. All right. Damn it.
Anybody here from Jack?
I don't know if nobody in here talks to Jack. They may, you know. Somebody might.
Brandon,
I'll stay off of that one. Given McMahon's omnipotent position at WWE, coercion was inherent in his increasingly depraved sexual demands. Specifically, while McMahon was CEO of WWE and Miss Grant was employed as an entry-level coordinator in the legal department, McMahon recruited individuals to have sexual relations with Miss Grant and or with the two of them. Directed Miss Grant to visit defendant Lord, I can't even do it, prior to the start of the workdays for sexual encounters, and expected and directed Miss Grant to engage in sexual activity at the WWE headquarters, even during work hours. So I guess they weren't missing any testosterone. I mean, I guess they didn't have an overflow of testosterone, right? As soon as they walk into fucking Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus Christ. I actually do miss the regular. I don't. Do it, Scarred. All this time, McMahon ordered Miss Grant to keep their relationship secret unless otherwise instructed. Huh? Keep this a secret unless otherwise instructed. Well, you just sound like a. I feel sorry for these women that fall into these things, bro. I truthfully do. Because you will never get a man to put up with something like that out of a woman. You name me one guy that can be sexually fucking trafficked without against his will. Name me one. And I'm not talking about amongst men. I'm talking about amongst women. Name me one. McMahon's, damn. What's poppin', Trail?
Hey, you can hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
You home, bro?
You believe you? What happened?
Are you at the crib?
Yeah, I made it home about an hour ago.
Bet.
Safe and sound. I'm all good.
Yep.
Hey, this woman, right? This woman we're talking about.
Uh-huh.
What do you say? Let's put a number on it. What do you say towards her innocence? Would you put 50-50, 80-20, 60-40. What do you say?
I I would like to think 100 because I'm a
Mm.
good dude.
Yeah, I get you. I would like to think so too. Yep. But I don't.
I get you there too. I get you there too. But let me ask you this:
Yeah.
what makes you what are the reasons that you don't?
Okay. Okay. Vince McMahon. He's run that corporation forever since I've known of the.
Yeah, cut out, Trail.
Did I uh did I pop out?
Yeah, just for a
Someone's
minute you did.
called.
You got to a
All
right
right,
house.
look.
Go ahead.
All right, look. So he's run that corporation forever. So this lady that was in building.
Yeah, you went into the matrix again, G. I was just getting ready to say what's up to you, Liberty.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Yeah,
I'm
you're in the
just here.
matrix. There you go, Trail. You're back.
Am I here? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
All
Trail's
right.
the one jumping in and out. Well,
All right.
the sound
Yeah,
is.
I would like to think that Vince McMahon is innocent until proven guilty, but he is like Tro was saying. He's from the era where fucking flexing your fucking manhood and fucking.
Yeah,
He's like
and
a
he was always around that boosted testosterone group.
yeah. He's like a Weinstein kind of
All
guy.
right,
You know
so
what I'm saying?
she got her help. She got a position. She got whatever the job was that she needed. She got
Right.
the help, right? So you can't tell me that she didn't see other things go on
She did.
also.
She did.
So now when the chips are down on you, and maybe you bumped into the right attorney who said, "Hey, you know, I could help you."
That might be a case. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
out there fucking what do you call it? The people that chase the
Well,
ambulances and shit.
well,
yeah. That doesn't discredit her. I believe she was done wrong, but you were around a long time.
facts.
Look, if we're gonna do this, man, I mean, there's tons and tons and tons of high powered men that
Yeah.
need to be put in front of the fucking
Well, of
microscope.
course.
There's
But
so
here's
Of
there
the
are.
thing:
course.
there's also women that are scared to speak out, bro. There's also females that are scared to speak out. There's a hole in every one of these kind of cases that we could sit and say, well, maybe she didn't, maybe she did, maybe he
Oh, I
didn't.
was hearing inside scoop that Juliana Pena's fucking kid could be Dana's.
Say that
Really,
again.
Juliana's?
So I was
Juliana
hearing
Pena.
some inside UFC shit saying Julia Pena's kid could be Dana White's.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. I
I don't
mean,
know where I saw that. It was a headline somewhere. I saw that. Yeah.
here's the thing: if Dana and her are doing that, um,
She's a
in
grown
accordance
woman,
with,
so
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So if they're grown and Dana's doing it and she's okay with it and he's okay with it, then there's nothing
Yeah,
really we can say
but
or do to Dana.
but but
and
but
shout
but
out
but.
to Scarred Music in the chat. That's Frosso correspondent from Chile.
All right, but there has to be some kind of accountability for men
From the
that
country.
Yeah.
fucking fuck their.
Hey, Liberty. I always thought for men there were there was a clause in a morality clause.
There would have to be, bro.
Yeah,
There's
because
only in certain states or
no,
maybe even certain
No,
counties.
that's the whole
no, it's
fucking
for corporations.
Yeah.
Corporations.
Yeah, but
It's
it ain't in every state though.
nah, it is.
I,
It's not a
I don't
state
know.
thing. It's a
I think
It's
fucking
it's a
country thing.
it's a protect my
Corporation.
corporation
it's the
thing.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
insurance
yeah,
what it
yeah.
thing.
is. Yeah.
Not necessarily insurance, but it's what's the fucking word?
Protect my corporation thing.
It's like some
Salute 1 2.
integrity shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you can't just be out there fuck. Okay, you can't be out there fucking your employees. Whatever you do, you're both adults, whatever. But
Yeah.
Hold on.
you can't javelin somebody's career off the fact that you have a fucking personal tied
Hey,
to that.
hey,
Hold on,
Liberty.
you can sleep with anyone you want.
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
against the
no.
rule.
That's not that. In the military, you can't just sleep. You
You
can't sleep
can't.
with just anyone.
No,
This,
that's a
No,
this,
no,
fact.
no. You can't do it in the military. That's because there's guidelines and shit,
all
right?
right. So,
You
so
can sleep with
depending.
anybody you want. It's how you
All right,
use the power that you have, though.
so
That's where
no.
it
So
gets tricky.
It's
depending on the company you work for, I'm sure there may be a clause in
Yes,
your contract for that.
they can definitely stop it with inside the company as well. So, like, if I own Amazon and I say I don't want my employees fucking each other, I can put that in
okay.
everybody's fucking papers.
No, you
No,
cannot do that. The
no,
one
you
thing you
can't do
can
that.
do is you could say that people on the same pay range or people that aren't em- so I can't be your supervisor and fuck somebody that's under me,
Or
basically.
the public relation, the
Yeah.
VP of public relation
I don't
cannot
think
be
it goes
caught
down like that, bro.
cheating.
I think
On,
it's either you can or you can't.
No, it's not, dude. I
no,
worked
no,
in army situations where so two people on the same pay range they can fuck themselves. I mean, they can fuck each other. My bad.
That
yeah,
sounds
They
yeah,
like
yeah,
utter bullshit.
yeah. You're right.
but
Like
That
an
sounds
E.
like
but
bullshit.
No,
somebody
that's
of a
not. It's not. It's not bullshit. E
somebody of a
five is
Somebody
a
higher
that
fucking
makes
waste.
the
rank.
same pay as me can fuck me, but my boss can't. That's
No, you're
bullshit.
no.
What's
Your boss.
the
Your
debate?
boss can't fuck you. Your
What's the
boss
But they
can't
debate?
fuck
can't
you.
Wait,
fucking
what's
they
the
can't
debate?
use your
This is
relation.
only within like the company has to make that rule. Maybe the military has it, yes, but
What's
the
the debate?
company that you work for had to have made that rule,
Yeah, they
right?
do, and you
Some
sign the
do, some
contract,
don't.
and it's
Correct?
in there.
It's
Yeah.
just like nepotism laws, bro. You know what nepotism is?
That's a
Yes.
law, though. This is not a law.
It's
But but but
If it was, there'd be a whole lot of people in
uh,
jail.
all right, all
Policy?
right,
Freaking
all right,
Policy?
laws.
it's
Is it
shaky,
policy?
bro.
all
I
right.
don't.
AD, if you sign a contract with Netflix, right, and your main content is family oriented content, right, and you are accused of child abuse on one of your children, and you get found guilty. That contract can be null and void.
That
Right.
that's got
That
So
no. That don't
that,
weigh out to anything we were talking about, though.
yeah, it does.
no,
No, I'm
Why
talking
not?
about me fucking
what he's
employee or
saying,
not.
what he's saying is like as if you fucking have a certain kind of fucking contract with somebody
That's
else,
what I'm
and you
saying. It
step
has to be
outside.
within the business itself has to say you can't do that here.
Right,
It
but
has to. Yeah.
most businesses have nepotism
Yes.
Yeah,
clauses.
because the business I work at now, they don't want you doing it.
I thought.
Most
They
businesses
said
I
they don't
couldn't
care what you do when
look
you leave this
when
building, but you better not be boyfriend and girlfriend here.
Hey,
So you better not even talk about it. It better not be around. It better not be amongst the fucking people.
hey,
We'll fire you.
the Puff Daddy, Ciroc, all that. When his
I bet
negotiations
they did
came
have
up,
them in there.
they had clause. I heard they had certain clauses in there where they didn't want
Oh, I bet.
the representative
Especially with
with
that much money.
certain allegations on him. So you're really voiding your contract
Yeah,
right.
you
because you
are.
So that's
signed it.
That
like
makes it
basically
civil, really.
saying that's basically saying also like there's certain company contracts or non or like written disclosures where if I'm going to be part of your company or if I'm going to be a representative of your company,
Yeah, but this is
I
all
can't.
civil, right? This is all
Hold
civil.
on.
This isn't law yet. This isn't anything he's dealing with by law yet.
No, yeah. Anything that's in a contract is civil unless it's
Yeah,
criminal.
yeah,
Right,
it's
right.
civil. Yeah,
Okay, so hear me
the
out.
con.
Hear me out though.
Yep,
Hear me
yep.
out
But
though. Hear me
what
out.
they're doing is, I think the feds may come in on this dude. If he's
On
doing
this,
it to multiple people, that
yeah.
could be a federal indictment.
And they're within their means to do that. What I'm saying is,
That trafficking word is different for him.
yes, that
Yeah,
brings a whole nother eye at it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like a whole nother look. It's not the
yeah.
same as just you know what I'm saying. Like, oh, I chose to do
Well,
this within
trafficking
my
will make it
company.
federal. Rape is just a state case.
Right.
And
That's
this woman, I feel bad for her if
I
whatever
feel bad
happened
for
to
all
her.
anybody that has to go through something like
But
that, bro. But it
from
happens.
the way it's worded, it sounded like she put up with a lot, and she needed that job at the time, or needed the position, and for whatever reason, I don't know. Now she wants that smoke. She wants that smoke.
Right,
Yeah.
and no woman or nobody, no person, not me, not you, not a woman, not nobody should have to worry about their job
Yeah.
just because not accidentally, but she inadvertently slept with her boss. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
Bruh,
something that
as one
happened.
of the examples, McMahon extreme depravity on May 9th, 2020, he defecated on Miss Grant during a threesome and then
Oh yeah.
commanded her to continue pleasuring his friend with feces in her hair and running down her back.
All right.
Man, that's
See,
wild.
AD, that's gross. That's gross. And
That is wild.
something in the situation got way too far where she's even having threesomes with her boss.
Right.
Shout out to Kevin Jones with the member for 4 months. Shout out to Wacky Jackie. What's good, Freddie?
Isn't this
J-
similar
j-
to like the district
j-
attorney in Georgia sleeping with
just
the other
it's
guy?
just my opinion.
Oh, you're
That's
good, bro. I
simple.
love it. I love the opinion, bro. You know how we over here, bro. Come up here with that shit,
That's
bro.
more of a shame thing, bro. Like not
Well,
only is
see,
he
he was
sleeping with
writing off travel expenses to tote her around to get raped.
Yeah, he was doing
That's
wrong.
fucked up, bro.
Yeah,
that's
he
pretty
was doing
foul.
wrong.
Yo, isn't this similar to like the district attorney in Georgia?
Huh?
The district attorney in Georgia that was sleeping with the other district with the other guy.
Nowhere near it. But,
No.
but
That's worse.
yeah, I mean, that's a little worse. You're starting to do a politician
No, I'm
shit.
talking about.
Was
I'm talking about like
Yeah,
she
sleeping. I'm sleeping with someone on duty, job
yeah,
wise.
yeah. You're definitely doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Right.
That's why they do it in hiding. So when it
yeah
comes out, it's that big.
yeah.
You know, I've been to jobs where they didn't give a fuck. Like I worked in this one warehouse, bro. All the people in there dated each other, bro. It's fucking wild.
But it has to be it has to stay under wraps. You
That
Well, I
know that,
think
cannot be
right?
good for the
no, I think
employer.
everybody knew it. Just they didn't care. They didn't give a fuck. They would just fire you if
That's
you didn't show up to
not
work.
good.
Because a lot of times it
Not
meant
good
that
for the
it
employer.
showed that people wouldn't come to work and shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
It was like
they're
a
lucky.
bullshit place to work anyway. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
know if jobs specifically have it in their employee handbook that you cannot date each employee, they'll tell
I got
you.
that in my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good clause, man. It keeps you safe, plus it probably helps your insurance rate.
Yeah, not even about that, but it just
Yeah,
helps
yeah.
you fucking the turnaround. I mean, like, you don't want
Yeah.
somebody out there fucking trying to fuck everybody that you hire. Like,
Yeah. Because
that
it
ain't
kind of
good
fucking
for you.
fucks the work atmosphere up. I've
Yeah,
slept with
very
people
much
I've worked
so.
with. It fucks the
It,
work atmosphere up, bro.
Unless it's
I hate,
going good. If you're dicking
it's
it
like
down good or it's
it's like in
mutually great.
hey, Liberty, in colleges they're all adults, right? But the
Right.
teachers are not supposed to have sex with the
Right.
students
That's a federal law.
because
Yeah,
of
you can't do that at school.
the power dynamic,
Yeah, you can't
dynamic.
do that at school, man.
Yes.
I agree with
Yes.
that.
And to me, it's the same as these jobs, the WWF,
No,
wherever.
that's a felony though. That's it. Okay, so if you had a relationship with another person and you're the teacher in certain states, that could be considered a felony.
Definitely, yeah.
All this shit just to bust a nut, bro. It's so fucking crazy, dude.
All
Well,
right,
the
now,
problem is there's like 7,000 million other fucking. Sorry, it's not even a number, but
Sure it is.
there's so many other places you could bust a nut.
Yeah. Like
That bust.
just take 5 minutes out of your own fucking time
you
and go
pay them
bust
to.
one, and
You,
that should get out of your brain.
I don't get why they have to turn their significant others into sex dolls
Into horrors,
because
right?
you can a
Because
prostitute
they don't love them. That's
pay her,
right. That's
but
it, Trail. They don't
prostitutes
love them,
you
bro.
pay him to leave. The prostitute gets paid to leave, man.
Yeah, they don't love these women, bro. They got them around to be prostitutes. They just,
Uh,
I don't
shit.
know, man. It's control. It's issues amongst all kinds of shit, y'all. That's
And
weird.
would you say McMahon or Diddy? Who's got more money?
McMahon.
So
Man,
if
I don't know, man. That's
50,
close.
50
Way more
said
money, probably.
50 said that don't worry, Diddy won't get in too much trouble. He's a $1 billion guy, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
So imagine McMahon.
Look at this, bro. In June
McMahon
2021,
is some
McMahon and
Weinstein,
defendant
bro.
Lauren Otis sexually assaulted Ms. Grant. inside Laurinaitis' office in WWE headquarters while colleagues were busy at their desks. Behind a locked door, the two men cornered her and pulled her in between them, forcibly touched her before ultimately putting her on top of a table in between them. She begged them to stop, but they forced themselves on her, each taking turns restraining her for the other while saying no means yes and take it, bitch. Surprisingly, others at the WWE knew what was going on.
All right, and here's another one. Devil's advocate, just a devil's advocate, right? These things go on, you can leave. As soon as I have an opportunity to get in a car, I'm never coming back.
Yeah, when he told her she was fired, he wanted her to sign an NDA.
Yeah, I'm not signing shit.
Is what she said.
I'm out. As soon as I get in a vehicle, I'm out. I'm never coming back. But just my opinion.
Yep. She did sign it, though.
She did sign it, right? See?
She did sign it. She's under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Being coerced. Her family was threatened. But that didn't stop her to file this lawsuit. So you break the NDA there.
I hope she gets paid. If everything is true, I hope she gets paid.
I do too. But I hope some of these son of a bitches go to fucking prison, bro.
No, it won't happen. I don't think that'll happen.
This to start happening though, Trail, because this ain't cool, bro.
Yeah. I think Weinstein fell on the sword for a lot of Hollywood nonsense.
He did.
Yeah.
He did, bro.
Yeah.
Someone said, Ghetto ASMR exposed that when Owen Hart died, you only got to see how Vince acted. Then no care, concern for the wrestlers who had just seen their friend die. You would carry on.
Just think of all the wrestlers that died under his watch. Just with
he didn't give a fuck, did he?
With the substances and PEDs and all that. He's got to be an evil man.
Oh, I know. Didn't he come into the thing just the referee?
I think his father ran the he's like a nepotism wrestling guy.
Okay.
His pops ran the his pops started it all. Then he comes along.
His dad had a whole what do you call it? So
the whole East Coast or something like that, right?
Right. So they had different fucking areas.
Yeah,
like the East Coast is down south and the West.
And they're carrying on tradition now. The daughter's got it. So
yeah. They said he gave her $50K in cards from Bloomies. Gave her $50K in gift cards. What the fuck, bro? After they tag teamed her.
Jesus.
Bro, this is sad, bro. I'm here to say I don't want nothing. Like, I'm going to be one of them dudes that stands up and says that shit ain't accepted in manhood, bro.
Definitely foul shit.
You won't get there. You won't get to that. You won't get to that level because you're the kind of guy
that they won't want around.
They won't have you around long.
That's that real fake people hate the real people.
Yeah.
Too afraid that exposure's coming, huh? That's what it is, bro. That's kind of like the door, right?
That's
the door you go through. If you're a little bit too real, they might not let you go through that door.
Shut your eyes.
Huh?
To get through that door, you got to be willing to shut your eyes sometimes. Like
shut your mouth too, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Shut your ears off. Shut your mouth.
That's horrible.
Nah, I'm willing to go so far, but I don't need to go through that door. Fuck.
You gotta turn. You gotta turn a blind eye. That's the key. You gotta be able to turn a blind eye.
I'm not willing to.
And sleep at night. Can you still sleep at night after all that? Hey.
Right.
They said some lady was the plane ride from hell where the lady was assaulted by Ric Flair. Yeah, he just acted that way, bro. Flair always gave me a weird vibe. Always. He always gave me cowboy pimp vibes.
It wasn't just Flair, bro. It was all of them.
Vibes, yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior was right about a lot of them dudes, and that's why they didn't fuck with him. Ultimate Warrior didn't fuck with those guys, man. I seen a whole gig about it, bro. Like he shunned himself away from all of them. He just went and did his job at some point. Came to the point where he was just like, "I'm coming to do my job and I'm out."
I noticed that, bro. Like I seen Ultimate Warrior when I was a small kid, and the funny thing was, it makes sense what you're saying right now because he literally came out. The other guy was already in the ring. They already announced him and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate Warrior ran out,
ran in and ran out.
Boom, pinned him. Boom, out.
I'm out.
30 seconds, bro.
Yeah, I
Right.
watched the thing on it, bro. And the other wrestlers were saying that it got to a point where he was
Didn't
not
want no
coming
part.
around none of them.
Yeah.
Hey,
He
you
didn't
know,
want- and
you know,
it's because they were fucked up. And he didn't want to deal with them.
hey,
Right.
D, you know that there's grown men out here that are older than you who truly believe that wrestling is not
I
entertainment.
know, bro.
No. I believe it's entertainment, but I also believe it's a sport. I also believe
Oh,
like
no,
yo,
I
that
believe it's a
shit,
sport. It's a hard sport, yes, but
it might be scripted and all that shit, but still, that shit's like,
That's just heavy duty acting, fam.
man, when these motherfuckers out there stunt acting at their finest, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
every time they
hey,
get hit in that ring or do a high dive or some shit like that, it's like getting in a car wreck. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, at the age of maybe 12, it turned my whole world around. I said, "Oh, they're not really smashing each other with chairs." Oh, okay.
right.
I fell back, but
Now,
Facts.
I
anybody that's ever been hit with an inanimate object knows that some of that shit is fake. But anybody that's jumped off of fucking something 8 foot in the air
yeah, there's
and
no
landed on
faking
their
that.
back knows that it don't matter.
I
You could
call it.
put
I mean, it's definitely you definitely got to be a real hardcore fucking dude to be getting in there with those guys, especially at that level.
Yeah,
Like that's a different level. Because so
yeah,
if
and
you
they're all
watch the dudes that are at lower levels than that, it's like whoa. But then you talk
and you
about
look at some of these dudes that are fucking out of the fucking situation now and how bad they are with their bodies and because of the drug use and all that shit. You're like, man, this shit wasn't. It was a soap opera, but it wasn't a soap opera for the faint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
not just anybody can get in there and
no.
entertain people like that. You know what I
facts,
mean?
Hey,
facts.
The wrestler is one of my all-time, I'd say top 10 favorite movies. The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke, is that him? The
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, that's that. See, I watched wrestling when I was a child, man. I did, dude.
I've
yeah,
been to that shit when I was
Yeah,
little.
I've been
Like,
to it too when
yeah.
it came here. I used to get
Yep.
the pay-per-views, bro.
I remember seeing Junkyard Dog and like Jimmy.
Yeah.
I remember seeing all them other dudes when they would come through my area, and my
Yep.
Facts.
dad would save up all his money and take me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember
Yep.
seeing shit like that, and fucking like some of these dudes, like okay, so like when they would be sitting there punching each other or grabbing each other, and then back in the days they would be nicking each other with little bitty razor blades
That's
Right.
true. Yep.
just to make the blood come out. You know what I'm saying? Like little, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like
And they used to, oh yeah, big time. They used to break
selling,
glass and shit.
yeah, bro. These old motherfuckers weren't. These old school motherfuckers weren't playing around, bro.
Oh no.
Barbed wire in the ring, all that nuts
Bro,
stuff.
fucking Jake the Snake Roberts with his fucking snakes actually biting people, bro.
Yeah. That was when wrestling was good, bro. Willie, are you gonna hit the link or are you gonna shut up, bro? Because you said pull me up. Hit the fucking link.
Well,
Here you
Well,
go. Come
well,
here
guys,
and say pull me up. Hit the fucking link. If you
guys,
ain't gonna hit the link, don't come here, bitch, or get out. Here, matter of fact,
hey D,
matter
I'm
of
dropping
fact.
down. I'm dropping down. Keep up the good work,
All
man.
right.
Damn.
It was good.
yo, like I believe some of that wrestling shit is fake. It's definitely scripted,
Yeah,
but
it
none
takes
of it don't hurt, bro. None of it don't hurt. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you actually look at original wrestling, the wrestling that they have in the
oh yeah,
Olympics.
Hulk Hogan's back is fucked
That's
up.
real.
Who is this? Who we talking to?
Don Armando.
Don Armando.
What up, Don Armando?
Yo, hey, yo, AD,
Yo, happy birthday, Jeff.
you saw my comment
Happy
about
birthday,
Justin,
Just.
about Justin Johnson?
Uh-uh.
The only reason why I mention that is because I think today it released that Justin Johnson is obviously the one that is one of
Killed
the
off.
killed Dolph. So I believe he's the one with the Draco, whatever. But he asked and requested from his lawyer, I guess, a motion to ask if the jurors inside the case, if they cannot be any residents of Memphis. He wants them to be from a different state.
That's fine.
That raises a red flag.
Nah, I don't think so, bro.
No. Because if they're all from his state, they all heard about the story, so they're
Yeah,
biased.
it's way too many people from his state, bro.
What he's doing is he's trying to reach into a pool outside of his state that
I get what
maybe
you
hasn't
got.
heard about the case.
My ignorant side is just gonna say, you fucking put yourself in this situation. You can't be fucking.
Well, of
No,
course,
that's
but you
okay.
got to try to get yourself out of it, too.
I get you.
I don't
Right,
blame
right.
anyone for trying to get
Right.
themselves out of
You put
situations
yourself in
they
this
get them in.
situation.
That's why, like, when people win in court and shit, I don't really I don't think badly on it, man, because if you do wrong and then you want to try to get yourself out of it, chances are during that time period, you've probably learned a whole lot about life. You know what I mean? Like going through trial and all that shit, you beat a case and you worked hard to beat that case and you thought and processed, you've probably changed your life a little bit. Straight up. So I
Thought
like
about how you fucked up and you're grateful how you getting out of it.
yeah, you will, bro. And if you don't, you'll be back. It's just how it is.
Hey, happy birthday, Just.
Oh, thank you.
I
buddy.
never look down on people for winning cases because if you think about it, man, you got yourself in some shit. The only thing that's in your mind to do is try to get yourself out of it. It's like survival almost, isn't it?
Right.
It's like I don't want to spend the rest of my fucking life in this motherfucker. How do I get out of here? I know I fucked up, but damn.
What are my angles?
It's a
What are
wake
my
up
angles and my options at this point? It's not about
facts.
right or wrong at that point. It's about like how do you get around what you did?
Facts. Fucking hoe ass Willie. Hit the link. You hit the link. Hit the link, dude.
Damn.
I'll send everybody else down if you hit the link.
I'll bow down myself.
I'll send everybody else down. You want to hit that link. All right. Let's move on.
All right.
Let's move on. 'Cause it's getting old at this point, bro. I got you in a trick bag, homie. I got you in a whole trick bag over here. And if you still over it, because you got nothing else to talk about on the internet. Get a life, bro. Straight up, bro. People know you're obsessed. This is obsession, dude. It's obsession to just talk bad about people. That's all you know how to do. That's all he knows how to do, bro. I go over there, I check in on his content, talking bad about somebody else. Check in on, look over, talking bad about somebody else. It's every single time you put the mic on, sir. But yet you never show up when somebody says, come on over here, bitch. You never show up. You're the biggest coward I've ever seen on here. Because you talk all that shit, but you never show up. Never have I seen you show up and talk anything. Anywhere.
Except for that one time when he came and his mic was muted.
Oh, he was muted for sure. I got the whole video. It's all fucking, he did that for sure, bro, because he looked like an idiot. The shit he was saying that he was acting like he was telling me even sounded dumb. I'll pick that fucking twerp apart. Please pull up over here. You can be my first victim on live. let's have the first live debater be Willie. Come on over here, Willie. Let's stop the show for Willie. He's the content king. Facts.
Damn.
Facts, bro. Like, ain't nobody worried about your fucking janky ass, bro. If you want me to, I will.
I guarantee you he wear Axe spray.
Oh, he wear Axe? Oh. I know he wears Axe, bro. He's wearing a fucking flea market hat. He's wearing a flea market hat, bro. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's like, I'm not Willie and don't be a member of the YMCA. Come over here, bro. It's like we got Willie, Jack. Who else in the YMCA band? The motherfuckers wear the helmets and Willie, are you the guy that dresses up in the biker outfit
With the big boots.
with a scooter on, pulling up on your scooter?
Extra big perv mustache.
Girl.
Motherfucker got studs around his leather hat and shit.
Hands.
Fucking pussy boy. You ain't gonna get me to go back and forth with you, bro. So people go watch what you
I
say.
know, right?
You still say the same thing over and over and over and over and over. When you gonna come with something new, bro? Shit.
I think
I
he's
got
never
new
gonna
shit
come
on
up
you.
with
You want
something
you
new.
pull up? I'll drop it with you. Pull on up.
Damn.
Pull on up, Willie.
Damn.
This dude's an idiot, bro. He never can take his beat and go home. He always got to come back. You didn't beat me hard enough. Yeah, those people that jumped me in the bar, it took the whole bar. When have you ever seen a whole bar jump somebody? A whole fucking bar.
I have.
A whole bar.
Yep.
Including the waitress.
Yep.
That's crazy, but
extra special too.
I mean, you've been living in this town for 20 plus years and the whole bar jumps you?
I mean, it happens when you're that much of an asshole.
I guess. I could see it, I guess. Straight out of a movie, though. I mean, I guess if it happens that way and it's really true that happened, you really are a dirtbag.
Maybe everybody's just been waiting to take their lick and they seen the opportunity.
There he is.
Smash you too. Fuck it.
There he is. Oh, fuck, man. 2v1. Go over and get Jack. Both of y'all come over here. Yeah. I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
I mean, if anything, if Jack was to go to a Dominican bar, they'll do that to him ASAP.
A Dominican
bar.
I heard not to go to the Dominican Republic, bro.
I'm not talking about the Dominican Republic. I'm talking about the Dominican bars in NY.
Dominican spots in the NY, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It happened at a lot of bars in the NY. That's why
Jack
you
would
don't
be like, "Why you punching me, fam?" No, fam.
I'm a YouTube
haters.
I'm a YouTube content creator.
But all jokes aside, AD, you can go to the Dominican Republic. Don't love you and anything like that. Just stay in the resorts. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I was just hearing some brothers talk about it the other night.
Yeah, some of them are just paid propagandists because they want to try to spread out bad things about the Dominican Republic.
The thing is, dude, I think that they're over there for the wrong reasons too. So it's probably why they're having a bad.
Exactly, because if they're over there to go around and exploit and spit on women and everything like that, they're gonna go around and talk bad about it. But if you're there to have a good time,
aren't they?
Exactly. But if you're there to have a good time and respect the place, people they will reciprocate their respect back. That's how Dominicans are.
All right, I say all that just to say this.
Hey man,
Cash App in the chat.
Nah. Go ahead.
I'm playing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. It's your birthday.
You can, Just. I don't care. It's your birthday,
bro.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's your birthday. It's the birthday king.
See that the guy doesn't want to Memphis.
This dude's like he's like my damn near co-host and shit, bro.
Fucking dude asks
up every day.
Different. What do you call it? A different.
I got like 10 co-hosts, dog. They're just not like on time scan. They could just come on up.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's why I hate it, dude. Like, don't talk shit to me about it, talk to me. My line's always
to me, I could say this. You're a co-host. When I first come in, I would say it will be Just. It'll be Crisis. Dog Soldier.
Crisis is kind of new.
Yeah, facts. He's been around, but
he's been in the cut for a while. He's just kind of new to coming up on stream. Definitely Dog Soldier. Definitely. James S. Liberty.
James S. and Liberty. Yep.
Blackouts came up quite a bit.
Anybody in the chat, can y'all get that clip from
Who
earlier?
else?
When
Hey, that's why these motherfuckers don't want to hit the link. They're afraid
Yeah.
they're gonna come up here and get jumped, yo.
And dude, and the thing is, bro,
Not even like that.
Here's the thing, dude. There's nothing you can say to me, dog. Like, what are you gonna say to me? Like, what can you say to me? Like, what would Willie come up here and say to me?
AD, you should make a video.
Oh shit! Just real quick.
Make a video with that clip earlier of him with the black guy walking up to him and then him walking out and ending the video. You should make a video of that.
You said black eye?
Yeah, because
dude walking up on him and making him leave.
That you got your bags. This is the
he
first.
Did get his bags, didn't he?
The first time he got his bags.
He definitely got his bags, y'all.
Listen, so
what are you talking? What Jack did or what? What happened?
Yeah.
What I missed?
have to take
when Jack got his bags this morning.
He's in the YMCA playing basketball, mind you. I believe he paid $17 to get in because he doesn't have no more guest free pass, whatever. So he get to go fucking play basketball, but when he goes there, he doesn't even know how to play a game and entertain the audience. So then somebody makes a phone call to fucking YMCA. The guy comes up immediately and he's like, "Listen, buddy," and he's like, "All right, so I'm out. And
the old WWF days were crazy with the stories. Oh yeah, bro. The work culture for women. Yeah, they used to dog on women. They used to, bro. That $1 Million Man dogged on that little black kid. Remember? He said he bounced the basketball 5 times or some shit, and he kicked the ball. He was like, "Guess what? You didn't make it to 5 times." I'm like, "What the fuck, bro?"
Yeah, Ted DiBiase was an asshole.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, did you remember Sable and all the other WWF or WWE chicks?
Oh yeah,
they were fire.
No, the women weren't in it at first though. The women were just there on the sidelines. I think that Macho Man's woman was the first woman.
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth. She changed all that shit.
I actually thought it was me and those old broads they did it because they said they were the first, like in the 1950s or such.
Yeah, it might have been wrestlers and shit, but like for the WWF.
When they used to put the cage over the thing and then you couldn't get out, that shit was the best.
Bro. There's so much shit that I watched be formed, dude. Like there's a cage match all the time now. That thing was used to be like a sellout thing no matter when it happened.
Right.
Now it's like an all the time thing.
Year maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's just crazy. I just watched the Royal Rumble the other day. I remember when there was just one Royal Rumble, and now there's one for the men and one for the women.
Yeah. Those were the best to me. I love watching those.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was dope as shit. So here's a little bit more. It spoke about a little bit better.
It's one of my favorite movies, Charlie Chocolate Factory. The first one though, when they were like all sleeping on the same the couch and shit. When they were poor. I swear that reminds me of how I was, where I come, like how I was, brought up. I swear, everybody in the same, home, take care of one another and shit, so united and close together.
You talk about where all the grandparents lived in they all slept in the same bed and shit.
I miss times like that when everybody was so close to one another. Nobody had a phone in their hand and shit.
Yeah, family.
I'd like to think we're a breath of fresh air over here, Trail.
With your family and look through a photo book, look through,
Yeah. I dead miss those times.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yo, we got anybody?
Undertaker rising from underground. Yeah, that was fire. Or being brung out in the fucking like casket and shit, and him jumping out the casket.
Yo, we got anybody in the chat that's big into RC, like RC aircrafts, RC cars and shit like that?
No, I'm not. I know some people that are though. Like they race them bitches.
So you wanted him to stay? Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, did he have to convince you to stay?
Kids, I swear, doing that with your kids.
So we'll be back with more
for sure
after this flashback.
Watch this.
Here in Washington to talk about all this is the man who made wrestling an 80s success story, the brilliant promoter Vince McMahon. He is the owner of the World Wrestling Federation. Shortly we'll be joined on the phone by a former wrestler who says that he was sexually molested by wrestling executives. We'll start with Vince McMahon. What do you make of all this?
I really don't know what to make of it.
You have no concept that any of this is going on? No idea? No idea whatsoever. And let me say this, Larry, that it's very, very peculiar that all of these unsubstantiated charges have not gone to the appropriate authorities, firstly. For instance, there are laws, federal laws, as well as state laws, that prohibit this kind of activity. Where did this break? And where'd you hear about it? Who broke
That
this
ain't a
story?
good
How did
answer.
you- Why do we know this? Well, all I know is what I read in the newspaper and haven't been able to respond to. We've started our own investigation, our own internal investigation, trying to get to the bottom of it. We want to get to the bottom of all of it. No one has gone to a police agency and said I was forced to have sex. No one has filed one single charge, not one single charge with the police, with anyone.
You see that,
Concerning
Justin?
sexual
Look
harassment.
in the chat,
Concerning
bro.
have you ever heard rumors of
Get
it?
into him, dog. That's fire, bro.
No, I mean, these are things that you don't hear rumors of sexual harassment. You wouldn't hear that. Well, wait, if in fact you have someone who may be gay, then sure, you're going to hear locker room horseplay. That's going to happen. But just that. Anyone can always come to me. They've always been able to come to me and tell me if anything is out of line.
We've never looked the other way.
He does, don't he?
In anything. And I'm very happy to confront everyone today with whatever allegation they have. The three individuals about whom most of these allegations are hurled are no longer with the WWF. We have started an independent investigation on our own to get to the bottom of all of this, and that's why we're here today, is to get to the bottom of it. We may even learn something here today that my investigators do not know. I want to get to the bottom of it just like you gentlemen do.
Up until now, you've been animately denying that not only this is taking place, but that, and you're saying that you knew nothing of it. And I just find that really difficult to believe.
Well, there's no reason. How do you find it difficult to believe that I knew nothing of it? Why would I condone this kind of activity and risk this alleged kind of revenue?
Because, Vince, because you are the king of an empire and you have eyes and ears everywhere. And it is so common, at least the topic of conversation for 3 to 5 minutes every night in the dressing room, because a lot of the guys, they have to put up with it and they hate it because if they say anything, they're out of a job.
I don't believe that to be the case, but
that's what
there
happens.
may be some of it. If that's
you want your job,
the case, then let's get to the bottom of it. I'm anxious to learn, just as you are.
Well,
I want to hold some. I want to hold some organization
right there. Does anyone believe that this has to do with control? You get this much power to where you can start making jobs from people. Taking jobs from people's probably a big thing.
100%.
You think so, Lib?
I think so. I think he's getting ahead of it when he says, "Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but we've already started an investigation." Like,
I want an organization that everyone can be proud of. I want to get to the bottom of it, just like you do.
Again, those clips from 1992, the first one from the Larry King live show on CNN.
1992, y'all. 92.
The Phil Donahue show.
So this been going on for
1992 surrounding
horribly long time.
Scandal.
30 plus.
Yeah, 30. Now, see, this is where I'm going to say I believe the women. When Trail come up here first and asked me, do you believe her? Yes, now I do. Now that I look back on it and see 30 plus years of allegations.
It's about a pattern of.
Absolutely believe her.
Yeah, it's about a pattern, bro.
Why isn't nothing being done to these creeps, bro?
It's called money and influence.
When it all went down with the fucking Me Too movement, with the whole Harvey Weinstein shit and all that, I was thinking in the back of my head, it's only a matter of time till it comes down to the whole music industry. And now look at where we're looking at right now, right? And that's just going to lead
going
to
after top executives, man.
Yes, it's going to lead to other things. I mean, all these men that are in power that were born and raised in the era where, I don't know, a misogyny ran wild. Yeah. You know what I mean?
The 80s.
It ran wild, bro. You can't deny
80s was full of it, bro.
And all these women just wanted a chance, and all these men just wanted a chance, and all these other men that were in power, that were sexual deviants, just wanted to give them a chance. Like,
yeah, that's a fact,
it's
bro.
It's only a matter of time. So, I mean, everything that's done in the shadow eventually come to light. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people talk.
sexual harassment scandal and things of that nature, if you will. In 1992, the number one executive in WWE going on television to at least address those scandals. We'll be here from Nick Khan soon. We'll see. And by the way, just to plug this, I know we plugged this on Wednesday too, but the Titan Gates podcast from Between the Sheets, we have no direct affiliation here at WrestleNomics with Between the Sheets, but I'm just promoting it because they did such a great job covering the Titan Gate scandals. They made those podcasts free, which were previewed. Paul Levesque will be there as well as talent. All this hullabaloo about The Rock.
So The Rock
and Roman
pretty
Reigns,
much bought
I
this
suppose
place,
that will
right?
be addressed.
Or he's taking
to see
over.
if Nick Khan schedules any sort of interview about to spin how great the Netflix deal is and maybe take a couple questions.
What about Ted Turner?
Yeah, he's an old school one.
And the
He was
scandals
part of
surrounding
TNT. There
McMahon.
was
What he knew and what
he was like the first Weinstein, wasn't he?
Man, he had what was that of the wrestling? It was WWF
and WCW.
WCW.
Yeah, Scott Hall on that, didn't he?
Nah, it was Ted Turner.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Ted Turner.
At least
on
those
that
questions
shit.
were attempted to be asked to Paul Levesque. Will Paul Levesque take questions?
Hand me down wealth, kids. Yeah, they don't grow up without it.
So, and by the way, if you haven't listened to it already, Paul and Thurston, we did a program on Wednesday with Michael McCann, who is
not into all the
Harvard Law
the
professor,
shit, but
and
he does get on
the Sox were. McMahon was able to get away with this for a number of
That's
years.
her
just
right
concerning
there.
Janelle Grant, not to mention the other allegations
they're bringing
that
I
other
think
women have against Vince McMahon.
NWA. That's who it was. Ted Turner had the NWA
prominently. What happened earlier this week?
Shadows. Hello.
This is on Thursday, coming from Vice News.
The Thought Provoker. Good name. That's
Vice
dope.
News reached out to Edward Brennan, who is the lawyer for John Laurinaitis in the Tampa area.
TNT.
He gave comment saying Mr. Laurinaitis denies the allegations in the misguided complaint and will be vigorously defending these charges in court, not the media.
No, man.
Like the plaintiff, he's referring to Janelle Grant. Like the
wrestling.
plaintiff, Mr. Laurinaitis is a victim in this case, not a predator. The truth will come out, end quote. Something we discussed on Wednesday was the notion of whether or not all three of these defendants, again, remember there's three different defendants here, whether all three of these defendants would be on the same page, whether they would all be.
You're absolutely right, Christ.
Arguing their case together. And we're already seeing
he killed himself.
John Laurinaitis
Some shit
say that he's a victim.
Isn't there a big scandal around Owen Hart as well? Because Bret Hart
John Laurinaitis
as well. I thought that whole
Vince McMahon will not be
had some shit about McMahon.
And we have another comment here in the same Vice News article where the lawyer for John Laurinaitis, again, Edward Brennan, is saying, read the allegations, read the federal statute, power, control, employment, supervisory capacity.
So there it is.
Dictatorial sexual demands with repercussions if not met. Count how many times in the complaint Vince exerts control over both of them, end quote.
Wow.
So I tried to look up what federal statute he was referencing by taking,
Owen did
I
too,
don't
man.
know if he was writing here, which he was writing an email. I don't know if he was writing here something that is actually a quote from a statute. I tried to search some of his comments here to see if that matched any federal statute. I couldn't find it anyway. So not quite sure what he's referring to as far as the federal statute. I imagine he's speaking something to the effect of laws around sexual assault. In any case, John Laurinaitis appears to be taking the position that he was a victim of Vince McMahon and had no choice but to comply with his sexual demands. See how that plays out. On Friday, however, another anonymous report from the Wall Street Journal. This one, once again, coming from Jill Palazzolo, Khadija Saftar, and Ted Mann. Palazzolo and Mann are the reporters who have been reporting on the Vince McMahon story since June 2022, when this story first started to break. Reporting that federal authorities have been investigating sexual assault and sex trafficking allegations against WWE co-founder Vince McMahon, according to people familiar with the situation, familiar with the investigation, Prosecutors in New York in recent months have been in contact with women who have accused McMahon of sexual misconduct, the people said. And I found it fascinating that Wall Street Journal is reporting here that prosecutors in New York are investigating this, because so we know that the the civil lawsuit that Janelle Grant is filing is in federal court in Connecticut, because I don't know if all of these incidents that Janelle Grant is raising happened in Connecticut, but certainly a lot of them did. The condo that they both lived in the same condo building is in Connecticut. Obviously, W headquarters.
That's where it all happened. In Connecticut.
Wall Street Journal here reporting that prosecutors in New
Dana
York
don't walk away
in recent
clean.
months have been in
Probably got
contact
some
with
skeletons.
women who have accused McMahon of sexual misconduct.
I don't think Dana's too worried about it, man. I think Dana's way too open.
The Chatterton allegation of rape. She alleges that Vince McMahon raped her.
I think Dana is way too open,
she alleges
bro.
that took place in New York.
I think he knows that too.
There are other incidents.
Any skeletons that he's got aren't going to be one of those, probably.
Including at the California spa, a woman who's a manager.
I honestly believe that.
Alleges that Vince McMahon assaulted
her. It ain't going to be no rape. I bet you that.
Case.
I bet you Dana ain't about no shit like that, y'all. I'm going to be honest. I don't get rapo vibes from Dana. I just don't. I think he holds himself to a higher standard, but, you know, we don't know these people, you know, but I can almost see Dana damn near running a country or some shit, bro.
In Boca Raton, Florida, I believe Vince has a home in
somebody like him
Florida. He went to the tanning
great
salon
work he's doing
and allegedly
business-wise.
Woman there. It's not clear whether that.
You got to think that dude built the whole company with the UFC, bro. Like the biggest fighting organization that ever lived.
NDA associated with that incident. Unknown where the incident or incidents were that involved the wrestler who he paid $7.5 million after allegedly coercing oral sex from her. Who knows where that took place? So we've got at a minimum, we've got a case that does span multiple states. And in the case of the 1986 allegation,
so that can make it federal. That would be trafficking.
New York State. So maybe this is for the Southern District of New York that probably has a lot of resources and a high profile. I believe, though, the Eastern District of New York was the district that prosecuted Vince McMahon in the steroid trial back in the 90s. In any case, the Wall Street Journal report goes on. Over the summer, federal agents executed a search warrant for McMahon's phone and delivered a subpoena to him for documents related to any allegation of, quote, rape, sex trafficking, sexual assault, commercial sex transaction,
is McMahon going to prison?
Or discrimination, end quote, against current or former WWE employees. So these are some details that we didn't know.
Wow.
We did know
the
that
headquarters is in Connecticut.
That a subpoena was delivered upon him. We knew that in August when WWE actually
keeps it all the way out. Yeah, he's just not a deviant.
On July 17th.
That's what it is. He keeps it all the way open. So, I mean, you're allowed to sleep with who you want, you know, as long as you're open about it. You're not trying to secretly do it.
So we knew that there was some sort of subpoena, some sort of search executed on it.
And that's fine with me. As long as you're not a deviant and trying to get something else from it, or
this was a search warrant
horrible to someone,
and that it's related to any allegation of rape, sex trafficking, sexual assault, commercial sex
transaction. Oh, that's ugly, bro.
You could have supposed that maybe it was just
that's ugly, dog.
We knew that he was under investigation from the SEC, and we knew that he was under investigation from U.S. attorneys back in July 2022. In fact, that Wall Street Journal reported that right after he resigned, saying that was something that hastened his resignation.
McMahon's going to go to the joint, bro. He's too old.
We didn't know what it was concerning. You could have supposed that it was just
that's good.
Maybe security.
Send their asses to prison
like that, because
Bye.
There's a lot of money here that should have been.
I got a place for you, bro.
To a company that he tried to
let another thief out. Let another dude that sold drugs out. Put his ass in there.
Have to report it because it was to protect the company. And as we've seen in this exhibit on the NDA with Janelle Grant, he's signing it.
Let's make room. Let another drug dealer out.
Signing it for WWE.
Let somebody else out.
We'll get to that in a moment.
Let's put Vince right in that spot.
Point being,
we got a spot for you. That's how you do it.
This is a federal investigation. I mean, and then this report from Wall Street Journal doesn't even mention anything about securities fraud or financial fraud or something like that. It's only rape, sex trafficking, sexual assault, commercial sex transaction, harassment, or discrimination.
Bro, and you know what? Him and Diddy have the same shit, don't they? It's weird, dude. They always want somebody else to screw them. They always want you to be a whore for somebody, bro. It's fucking weird, dude. Like, you're my lady, but I need for you to let them shit on your back. What? I need for you to let them shit on your face. What?
The report goes on.
Man,
other women named in the grand jury subpoena include a WWE contractor whom McMahon allegedly sent unsolicited nude photos and sexually harassed her. We did know about this. This is not new information, but it is new information that they are being spoken with by federal investigators.
Oh, wow.
In addition to that,
he's been sending new photos and everything too with his phone. Oh, he's going to prison, bro.
Chatterton, who publicly accused
he's going to prison, dude.
Said McMahon assaulted her at a Southern California resort, and a former WWE employee who alleged the head of talent relations at the company at the time, John Laurinaitis, demoted her after she broke off an affair with him. So those particular incidents we knew about. It is new that they are being spoken with related to a federal investigation, which sure sounds like a criminal investigation to me.
Yeah.
So we've got a civil lawsuit. Janelle Grant is suing Vince McMahon, the company, and John Laurinaitis in civil court, which ultimately would be about money if there's a judgment. And this sounds like Vince McMahon is at risk of being indicted in criminal court.
Sorry, Vince, you did it, buddy. If this is all true, you did it. I ain't gonna love for him, bro.
Next.
Bye, bitch.
21 days since they were served and they were notified that they were being sued. They have that much time. They have 21 days to respond. The defendants do. It could get extended, as we spoke about on Wednesday, and I believe that date will be February 16th. So that will be the deadline that we can expect to hear from defendants here. And curious to see if there's going to be.
It's coming up too.
Laurinaitis is on his own team here. So I don't know if he's going to give his own separate answer to the complaint, and maybe will Vince and WWE be on the same complaint? Will they be defended by the same attorneys? Anyway, we should be finding out about that in a couple weeks.
What's going to happen too? They're going to tell.
In any case,
they're going to tell.
Thinking about what's going to happen next. I mean, the defendants.
Vince McMahon might be in there telling, but who can he really tell on, y'all? He's the big dude. He's the leader of the organization, right? Who you telling on? They don't need for people to tell on.
Probably going to argue that
it is a control issue, isn't it?
Vince will try to argue that there's an NDA here.
These are the kind of men that make us NDA, real dudes.
Therefore, it should go to arbitration. Going to arbitration means
bro.
We don't
these
fight this in
ass men.
Court. We go into a private arbitration
men,
with an arbiter,
controlling ass men.
Dispute for us.
They make us look bad, y'all.
Because the contract itself says in such an event, when there's a dispute, we go to arbitration. It says, in the event any dispute cannot be resolved informally, all parties hereto agree that the sole and exclusive legal method to resolve any and all disputes is to commence binding arbitration. So that's what their NDA says between Grant and McMahon. It says it should go to arbitration. So that's
the feds are about to be really bitty. Diddy, McMahon, still waiting to see if they go after people who took part of Epstein Island. Yeah, I think that Epstein's just done, bub.
Not be enforceable, and that's certainly what Grant is.
And if Donald Trump gets elected, let's go after Hunter Biden.
One reason,
bad as they went after Trump, I say we start going after them
in December.
You know what? Trump should get in office and go, all right, my turn now, and just hammer away at that Biden family. Hammer away at them.
So nearly 1 year after this NDA was agreed to.
Put your judges in there and hammer away at them, bro.
Through U.S. Congress, signed by the president.
It's only right? That man couldn't even have a first presidency, man. Nobody would leave him alone.
It says, among other things, the Speak Out Act. No non-disclosure clause or non-disparagement
had our country in better shape than it's ever been in my life.
The dispute arises shall be judicially enforceable. So my understanding of what that means is that if there's a lawsuit, which there is here in January, it was filed in January 2024.
Everything Biden did when he took office is now slamming down on us. 3 years later, it's 4 years later almost. Slamming down. Boom. Here you go. Come in, and all he did was reverse everything Trump did for us. Trump had our economy booming. Jobs were coming back to America. American-made products were starting to become better made. And then just walks right in, stops the oil line. That's the first thing Trump needs to get back going, is that fucking oil line. We need that. We need that. That's hundreds of thousands of jobs all the way through the damn country.
Before that,
they get that
you
fucking
haven't made
wall
an NDA after that, obviously.
And by that, I mean the border itself.
So that the NDA would not be judicially enforceable.
Make
That's
it
just
not
one
an
reason
issue
why
anymore.
Grant's
You
side
can
is
fix
arguing
things
that the
to make them
NDA
not happen
is not
anymore.
enforceable. But we got an article on Friday from Vice again, from
Vice.
Tim Marchman, where he spoke with a number of lawyers, legal experts, one being Carrie Goldberg, a lawyer who represented victims of Harvey Weinstein, and she called the document, the NDA between Grant and McMahon, she called the document poorly drafted. Goldberg says the central problem with the NDA contract is the lack of specificity. Her analysis matches that of Grant's lawyers, who argue in the suit that the NDA should be voided because the language is so broad that it could prevent her from listing WWE on her resume. She says the NDA makes references to confidentiality, but there's no definition about what to be confidential about.
Sorry,
it's very
my
vague.
baby was
Usually
texting
there's
me.
super
My
specific
daughter,
information about what
real
to be
life
confidential
things.
about. The
Bums.
Vice article goes on and saying
Y'all
they
know who I'm
asked her
talking
about
to.
when asked
Ain't but
what
one
they
or two of
understand
them
the
in here.
agreement to actually cover. A spokesperson for TKO, the parent company WWE, they declined to comment. Goldberg noted that other issues with the NDA are among them that the copy Grant filed in federal court in Connecticut wasn't actually signed. It was signed. We understand, though, according to somebody familiar.
Well, I had a good few days off. I got to start
it's
back
possible
work
that
again tonight, man.
There are other NDAs, and it's possible
gotta work,
the
dog.
language here is very similar.
Gotta work,
and if
man.
that is an issue that prevents this,
if you want things in life, I guess,
enforceable.
You got to work even if you can't
try to keep this as quiet as possible. Perhaps use Jerry
McDivitt
work as his lawyer and his confidant.
He a Christian?
He only spoke about this issue with, and it's very possible that they use a very similar draft to have at least 3 or 4 other women, maybe more, sign non-disclosure agreements. Jody Short, who is a professor at UC Law San Francisco, who studies NDAs, believes the agreement is invalid.
Unfortunately,
on its face, but that
being a Christian don't get you off of that in here.
Quote, my considered opinion.
It's okay
it is my
to be
considered
Christian,
opinion that
but
NDAs such as the one you sent me
being a rapo
are unenforceable under common law.
good, nobody.
Doctrine, but there is very little case law squarely on point. And litigating such a case would expose an individual to enormous cost and litigation risk. That's why most people end up silenced by NDAs, even if technically they're not worth the paper they're written on. It's not just the paper, it's the paper backed by an extreme asymmetry in resources between two parties.
Oh, you're good, bro.
You can certainly imagine that being the case when you're dealing with Vince McMahon, who is a literal billionaire,
straight up,
and has enormous legal resources that, according to Janelle
they
Grant's
fell off
complaint,
to the mainstream, man.
Goldberg agrees with Short and points out that survivors don't owe debts to society. It
He's
may
a bad
be
guy.
that an NDA is worthless.
I didn't know. Vice or Vince?
This is a matter of legal theory, but proving that in court is a potentially arduous process without a certain outcome that could define a survivor by the worst thing that ever happened to them and incur ruinous expense.
I would like to know amongst the real hardcore wrestling fans, what do they think
that's
of Vince?
A situation that
you're good.
That
I'll just
Grant, faced and considered in terms of
if you're a hardcore wrestling fan
her name
and you're in my chat,
began to know
what do you
her name and her face just a few weeks ago.
Put it in the comments section.
The other week.
What do you guys think of Vince?
Julie,
I'd like to know because I'm not an avid. I'm not an
former
avid
Fox News Channel host who became one of the first
I used to be,
sue
but
the
he never
station
was
over
somebody I
sexual
cared about
harassment
anyway.
and was and is herself bound to
For a long
silence
time. I didn't know
by
he had
what
anything
many
to
would
do with
consider
it.
an overly broad NDA. She's a co-founder of Lift Our Voices. She points out that any other issues aside, the NDAs could be voided by legislation currently being considered in Connecticut. That would
Vince might be
through
going
all
to
this,
jail, y'all.
But we're frankly overwhelmed.
But that's fine with
There's
me.
Ann Callis, the attorney for
I'm
John
perfectly
Grant, saying
fine
that
with
she
him
is
going
being
to jail.
contacted by other people who
I don't
want
want
to attest
rapos
to
running around, especially not with that much power.
The culture in WWE and
would anybody allow this to happen to their baby girl?
Whether or not that includes others who are actually claiming to be victims is not clear. But and we have one tweet along these lines, I would say, from Maria Kanellis.
He's a monster.
Also on Friday, where she wrote on Twitter, or X. She writes,
Are you a wrestling
all the news coming
fan?
out is horrible. Many of us
You watch
experienced or
wrestling?
heard rumors of different levels of
They
evil
probably
for
think
years.
Vince can't do
Some
wrong.
tried to speak up to build
I think
momentum
there's a
to
lot of
change
them
the
that
culture
might
in
think that
WWE.
he, you know,
Many times we've been called bitter
maybe
or crazy.
so, Trail. That's why
Others
I'm
have been
wondering,
paralyzed
like,
by
how
fear.
many
I
of
just
them
hope
think that
justice
he's
is
actually
served,
pretty?
and I
He
hope
didn't
this
do any
brings
of
some
this.
people peace. I pray for
No,
all
they're
the
just trying to get his
victims,
money.
the ones that have spoke up, the ones no longer with us, and the ones that suffer in silence.
Because there is women that are not
one
gonna
who's no longer with us.
They just don't want to
include,
go
I
through the
suppose,
scrutiny.
Ashley Massaro, who passed away, who
It's
died of
sad, too.
suicide a few years ago, and she alleged as part of the concussion
Freddie.
lawsuit against WWE
Freddie.
that has since been
Hey,
thrown out.
1,
But
2.
she alleged as part of
Hey,
that
Freddie.
lawsuit that
Hey, 1, 2.
she was
Hey,
sexually assaulted
Freddie.
on one of the tribute to the troops trips overseas, and she was urged by WWE not to report about that. And I believe John Laurinaitis and possibly Vince McMahon, without looking it up, might have been a part of that. In any case, we move on to Netflix. According to Deadline,
so
during an
WWE
exclusive
be
Next on
Netflix
Netflix press event that was held on Wednesday, Chief Content Officer, not of WWE, the Chief Content Officer of Netflix, Bella Bajaria, who is also involved in making the WWE Netflix deal, she was asked whether the streamer has concerns about the horrific allegations and accusations against McMahon, who had previously paid more than $12 million to women over alleged sexual misconduct. She said, quote, well, Vince McMahon, he's gone. Adding, he's not there. He's gone. Yes. And then Netflix's vice president of nonfiction, Brandon Reig, spoke about the upside they expect from Raw and the additional WWE content about that the deal will provide when it starts in 2025.
Killer Mike was not
it's
arrested.
A great entertainment product, so having something that we can have on weekly, 52 weeks a year, it has a very passionate, dedicated fan base, and I think many of those who have those we have on Netflix as members already, excuse me,
Killer
the beauty
Mike
to
was
me
not arrested.
is they're going to be able to tap into a much larger audience. So
just
introducing
walk down
to a new set of
handcuffed.
fans, as well as servicing existing fans that were either already Netflix subscribers or will come over. Either way, it's a win. The truth is, we don't know how much bigger it can get. I think we're all
I was watching a lot of that too.
He also called
I did watch a lot of the old documentaries about the WWF, because it was the WWF, wasn't it? Yeah, World Wrestling Federation, right? And that's where I learned about Ultimate Warrior and shit. Like, he was on to something, guys. Ultimate Warrior got to a point where he stopped fucking with all of them. He wouldn't show up in the locker room. He would only be there in order to come out and do his job, and he'd be right the fuck back out of there. He was on to something, man. Because they talked in that documentary how a lot of these wrestlers were taking steroids. They were sleeping with each other's wives. They were constantly like doing orgies, and they were gay orgies. It was weird to hear about, like, and that's coming from like some of your, almost like idols when you were a child. Let's be honest here. Anybody that was 40 or plus thought of a wrestler as an idol, maybe. I want to be just like Ultimate Warrior when I grow up. I want to be like Hulk Hogan. I don't know how many kids said that, but I know there was a lot. Now, Hulk is a good guy to grow up to be. I will say that. Even through the trials and tribulations that man's had, good dude. Just showed up to bail his son out. Undertaker, think's a good dude. You got Steve Austin, good dudes. And they probably just had to turn the eye to make their bread, just turn the eye a little bit, turn their head, put up with shit. But I heard the Ultimate Warrior wasn't fucking with them, bro. And that's what happens to the people that just don't fuck with you when you're doing those crazy things. They'll get shunned. They'll get shunned. You get out the whip. You don't like what we're doing over here? They think you're going to go tell on them.
Yeah. Said that W content has been very under distributed outside the US. I'm not sure about that. They've been pretty well distributed, but I suppose Netflix might make it even more well distributed. She said, quote, I think it's really a great opportunity to still grow outside the US. Okay. And that will dig into their $17 billion a year content budget. It's by the way,
You
this is
hear
an
that,
interesting
man?
quote. Maybe speaks to what
$17
they expect the
billion
duration
a
of Raw is
year,
going to be
bro.
when they start airing it. Bajaria says, "quote
You
It's
see
3
how
hours,
much money
3
they're
hours
making?
weekly, 52 weeks a year."
Yeah,
So
we
if you look
read
at what
that.
percentage of the budget that
He
is,
did.
yeah. So she refers
It's
to it as
in
3
the
hours, perhaps.
that's in the that's in the that's in the paperwork I was just reading. He boo-booed on her back and made her finish the dude off, and she still has shit in her hair. That's fucking nasty, man. Vince, they got a place for you.
Perhaps she
Let a thief or a drug dealer out of prison. Let him in.
Because this is going to be a 3-hour show, not a 2-hour show. If there was any doubt, I didn't have much doubt that it was going to be not a 3-hour show. But there she is referring to it as a 3-hour show. Okay. As far as risks, think about risks of the fallout of this lawsuit. Vince is gone. Vince is no longer with TKO. He has resigned from all positions with TKO and WWE.
This is what happens when
any
these guys
business problems that we
are
can foresee
guilty.
here.
They start resigning.
It is said to be the case that Vince McMahon,
down.
It was the main, if
They're
not
made
sole,
to.
person who was
They're made
negotiating
to.
with the Saudi
The
government.
board is saying, you got to go,
when it
or we're going to fire you.
$50 million a year. I'm sorry, $50 million per event deal with the government, Saudi Arabia, the General Entertainment Authority. $100 million per year because they do 2 events there. That deal started in 2018, so presumably it will expire sometime around 2028. So will that deal continue? I guess there's some question about that. Maybe it makes it less likely.
$100 million
Dana
for
White
2 events.
Credited Vince McMahon with being instrumental in making the UFC Saudi Arabia
How
deal.
much does
That
it
event has been postponed. I believe it was supposed to happen in March. Now it's going to happen in June. But Dana White credited Vince McMahon with making that deal. It will become harder to make these deals with Vince McMahon gone.
They were AC.
Another risk here that I think is quite significant in that if it ends up being the case that there are other key executives entangled in this scandal, maybe for whatever reason, maybe they had knowledge. If it ends up that other major executives at WWE need to be replaced, and if that includes executives as high up as Paul Levesque and or Nick Khan, it's going to obviously cause TKO to have to replace those executives. And I think that presents a tremendous risk that we have great historical lessons to look back on to indicate what a risk that is. If that happens,
it's sad, bro. That all my it seems like all of my childhood shit were just bunch of fucking predators, bro. The rap industry, the fucking rock and roll industry, the hip hop total industry, the wrestling industry. It's like it's all fucking just creeps and weirdos.
Particularly Paul Levesque, I would say, because that is the most wrestling. That is the content part. That is the creative part. Does Ari Emanuel and or Mark Shapiro, do they understand who would be good at that job?
Who owns the WWE as of right now? TKO, right?
Look back at WCW and TNA.
And now Triple H is on the board.
Executives that were perhaps credible and qualified executives who were overseeing the operation, but didn't necessarily have the wrestling expertise to know who's a good person to put into this job. And we had, a lot of bookers, creative people in charge of wrestling operations that weren't the best choices. That made
owned by TKO Group.
Not as good as it could have been.
Okay.
And I think to contrast against that as a counterexample, you could look at AEW. And you could argue that here you have a fairly inexperienced executive in Tony Khan, but he's got a great deal of wrestling expertise, having studied and learned a lot about wrestling, not even firsthand in the business, just sort of on the outside.
It's owned by the same people that own UFC. UFC is owned by TKO Group Holdings and WWE. Well, hold on. The UFC is owned by Endeavor Group Holdings. The WWE was bought by Endeavor Group Holdings, and now them two together form a company called TKO Group Holdings. That's the correct way to say it. So The Rock is on the board. No, it's not the owner. He's not the owner. just the board probably has a lot to do with that. I mean, just depends on what it all holds down to. Yes, you're right, Crisis. He is the savior. The Rock is just adding him to the board. He has a lot of push. He's adding Triple H to the board, you said? Okay. Huh. See, I'm lost on it now. I literally am lost on it. So Vince McMahon is net worth at $3 billion, bro.
Damn.
So he's definitely fucking rich, bro. Yeah.
Hey, money shows who you are.
Yeah, it does. There's board directors is what they are. For like different positions and shit. Fuck you yelling. Okay. Yeah, he's on the board of directors. Okay, I'm reading that right now. So he's at the top. He's definitely at the top then. They're merging with the TNA. Yeah, Triple H is calling the shots for sure, bro. It's what it's saying on Google. Everything's gonna go to him, bro. And you know, he's married in, isn't he? Isn't he married in? Fucker slick, wasn't he? Good move, Triple H. I hope you're not a piece of shit. He's married in, correct? Yeah. Hope you're not a piece of shit, bro, because that's the way he did it. He married the bitch. She was a bad bitch too, wasn't she? Hey, when I seen her shoot, man, Vince McMahon's daughter was a bad mamma jamma, bro. Yeah, I got to give it Triple H. You didn't choose no weak one. What's her name? Stephanie, yes. Yeah, she's fine too, bro. Stephanie was fine. And she had a little attitude. She used to talk shit to people. Yeah, everybody hated Stephanie, bro. She had that hated attitude. That was fine. They have their nice little soap opera. Like, that's what it is to me. It's like a grown man, adult man, child, experience. Like, I see a lot of men with their sons at these wrestling events. Oh yeah, that was old. I seen that when I was growing up. Triple H is a very smart man. Gotta be, bro. He must know the business. You know, he wiggled his way right in there, bro. Married her and then started learning the business right alongside the people. That's he's got nothing to worry about in life, does he? Good for them dudes, bro. I just hope he's not a piece of shit. I just hope he's not a piece of shit, man. Everybody took over. Yeah, he probably knows the business real well. That's a big motherfucker, bro. CM Punk stepped. Yeah, I remember when he stepped away. Yeah, there's just some of them. There's just a lot of people. They paid CM Punk a lot of money to come back. Oh, I bet. There's just some people that aren't going to put up with that weird shit, bro. You know? And the sad thing is, those are the people that are going to get pushed away. You know, like somebody like Just comes along, and I'm over here doing weirdo shit, right? And he don't like what I'm doing, but he's putting up with it, right? And I'm paying him, but I'm going to always think, man, he's going to tell somebody. He's just putting up with this. He's going to tell somebody. And that's why they get rid of the people. That's what happens. People get scared of what's going to happen, man. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Beautiful evening, Just. Happy birthday to you, my friend.
Thank you, buddy. Good night, man.
Good evening, buddy. Shout out to Just, man. Happy birthday, my friend. Always a pleasure having you up here. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton. Shout out to D Trail for pulling up. It was a good one, y'all. Dog, we like to get back into this some more, man. We're going to get back into Vince some more, man, because there's a lot that's said in that paperwork that I didn't go over. That's fucking bad, bro. Like, Vince is not a good person. If this is all true, what that woman was saying, Vince is not a good person. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a beautiful evening, man. Shout out to Life in Philippines for the $1.99, man. I appreciate you, pimp. Welcome. Welcome here anytime, man. Welcome here anytime, man. Thank you for that $1.99 drop. Hey, y'all. I hope y'all have a beautiful night. Appreciate y'all. Thanks y'all for pulling up. We are Aggressive Defiance TV, and we are out.
You happy this morning?
Happy this morning.
You happy this
yes,
morning?
Yes, sir. You want to say what's up to the people?
Let me say what up. Yo, what up? What up? It's Aggressive TV. What's good? It's good. See me out there. We're going to be extra aggressive out here, man. Word up. Holla. See y'all in the house.
Let's go. I have no idea why he said Aggressive TV. I think he thinks I'm those guys. Yo, hold on, fam. Yo, fam, what up? I am not aggressive. I'm BBN.
Defiance, baby. What's up?
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah, I'm BBN. Them aggressive niggas ain't shit.
Hit the block with a sack and a Glock and a back full of rock with my skill on the seat. Clutching and looking my brother behind me, he up and he busting whoever he see. Niggas be rapping, but ain't never done it. They know how I'm coming, they know I'm a creep. Shoot till the stop when I
land on my feet, Mr. Louis Gossett Jr.
Ah! Ah! Come on, you can do this, you can do it, 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 you gotta do it, we gotta do it, we can do this. We can do this, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. This is it? We done? We done? I'm not quitting my job because niggas fucking destroyed my platform. I'm not bad at my job. I'm not bad at my job. I'm not quitting my job. I'm not quitting my dreams because other people can.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm seriously thinking about just worshiping the devil. I know that's the wrong thing to do, but if I assume I'm going to hell anyway, but if I worship the devil, I could die soon probably. I'm really considering doing it. I'm not even lying. Help, you know,
I'm a motherfucking money go getter with a real nigga feeling. I do this shit with ease, bitch. I'm fast life living. I can go in any hood. They love a little nigga, couple of them hate, but stay in their place cause they don't want it with me. See me looking good, beating hard, bumping in my city, riding with that sack in that strap.
I'm not gonna go get a job because you destroyed my platform. My platform is just fine. If y'all wasn't here harassing me, I wouldn't have a fucking problem. If y'all wasn't here trying to make everybody hate me, I wouldn't have a problem. You're trying to force me to... Ah!
You know,
the fuck going on, nigga? Huh? Niggas 12, I ain't going back and forth up on the internet. Holder told her friend I hit, now she won't let me get in that. Niggas steady ask me who I hit, but I don't get in that. Hit his head and watch it swell up, thought we